Start
Yeah,
recording because Ben's
Because I'm an Hold on, what? Excuse you?
So, for those of you that are unaware, Ben showed up in a full suit for this episode. Meanwhile, I have on like a show Camelot shirt from like 2008 that has holes in the armpits, and I'm mad. I appreciate the thought, but he did not warn us for this.
Okay, last week, Chris said, be sure to show up in your formal wear as a
And
joke.
I immediately said no.
and
Yeah,
I was gonna
but
buy a bow
I have
tie for it.
selected
I was
yours.
gonna dress up. I couldn't find a bow tie that was cheap enough to justify spending. Bow ties are expensive.
They
I
are.
went through JCPenney today. They wanted like $40 for a bow tie. Out of here, JCPenney. You know, $40 bow tie for a Star Wars podcast bit.
I'm wearing Star Wars socks.
Damn it, man.
Hello and welcome to Star Wars Every Week Forever, the podcast in which we watch one Star Wars movie every week forever. This week, The Force Awakens. But more importantly, pop the champagne. It's the 1-year anniversary special. Champagne! Play the music. It's a party we're happening here. I just realized since we have no music, it's a lot less intro, despite the fact that all the music that you're hearing right now.
Stuff and glitter and the fucking confetti and all that.
But hello, we've been doing this for 1 year. A year
Yes.
ago this week, we put up the preview episode, the godforsaken preview episode.
Godforsaken preview episode.
The godforsaken preview
The
episode,
bane of Jay's existence.
which you should not watch. You should not listen to that episode. You should start on the week after. But nonetheless, 1 year. We've been doing this for 1 year. I appreciate that everybody's face, despite the fact that we're very excited for tonight, just goes stone-faced as soon as we mention that.
Because it's a
With-
heavy realization. I mean,
It is. It's like, ooh, a year. Oh,
because it's like,
a year.
I mean, we make a lot of jokes, but like we still genuinely enjoy doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is like one of the best parts of our weeks is sitting down and actually getting to do this. But Jesus fuck to sit here and think that we've been doing this for a year.
It's a weird thing because it feels like we've been doing this forever, but it also feels like we've been doing it for no time at all.
Yeah.
Like, so it really comes with a heavy-handed slap that we have watched 52 weeks worth of Star Wars movies. That's a lot for me personally to accept. But it is a thing. 52 weeks of Star Wars movies.
Fuck.
Yeah. And this week we watched The Force Awakens.
I have a huge cramp in my back, so I choose to believe my body is rejecting Star Wars. My spine is lashing out.
My spine is lashing
Jay
out.
is giving this wonderful like speech on like the intro to this episode. It's
And
great.
I'm like
fucking-
keeling
I'm
over.
watching Ben fucking like just
Oh, my
fucking
fucking back.
chair yoga. And after all of it, I thought like, okay, I'm just gonna see this, no one moving. Start. Oh, Ben, my fucking back. Oh, God, I've been doing this for a year. My back. Oh,
I've aged 60 years in the space of
Yeah.
this project.
too old for this shit.
Getting too old for this.
Can we talk? And we can cut this if you don't want to talk about this publicly. But I mean, we really hit that breaking point this week with you, where you just were like, I don't want to watch Star Wars.
Yeah, I
Show's
got
dead.
like I got like a quarter of the way through this movie this week, and in the Discord, I just go, guys, I really don't like Star Wars.
And then Chris was immediately like, well, it's time to pack up. We're done.
Well, we killed
we
Ben's
killed
joy.
Ben.
How
That's
we killed Ben's joy. I mean,
Ben was the
Jesus.
last person standing. Ben was the last one that was still like, no, I'm tired of watching these movies, but I still am excited about Star Wars. And then immediate, like this week, he was just like, no, I'm tired of this. I'm really tired of this.
Even me, like, I watched, I was really excited for Bad Batch when it came out. And I watched, like, the first episode. And Ben messaged me and was like, Chris, Bad Batch, we have to talk about it. I was like, oh, I really haven't watched it yet. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was the last we talked about it, because I never watched it, because the thought of sitting down and watching something Star Wars. And I liked the first episode. I thought it was cool. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. I just haven't watched it.
I'm still following Bad Batch. I'm watching it every week. It's good. I enjoy it.
I recognize that I've been made fun of a few times on the show, or strongly urged, rather, to watch Clone Wars. I'm never going to do it, y'all. I'm never going to ever sit down again and say I'm going to partake in Star Wars content.
When we started doing this, I was like, all right, I'm going to watch Clone Wars again. I'm going to watch Rebels again. I tried to do both of those things. I think I made it like 3 episodes into each, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I don't have time for this. I got other stuff I got to be doing.
Then there's me, where I'm like trying to fall asleep at night. I'm like, oh, I'll put on a Star Wars Resistance episode and a sleep timer on my TV.
I mean, that's a good way to put yourself to sleep.
So tired of Star Wars that it's immediately brain turn off, ready to pass out.
What do I do to trick my brain and just shutting off? I'm going to put on Star Wars Resistance.
I know Zins will fight me on this, but that show just puts me right to sleep. I can't stand it.
What I'm saying.
Friend of the show,
Zins. Your brain is just friend of the show, Zins. This is the episode where we just, like, I can see it on all of our faces. We're just like, all right.
The dread is just like washing. Well, it's not even sinking in. It's just washing over us.
I'm in an interesting position right now because I'm thinking about all the wonderful messages and comments and our heavily involved small fan base and all the wonderful things that they've brought into our lives. And I'm really happy to have known them and to have maybe entertained them. I don't know. I don't understand why anyone will watch the show, but you do, and we appreciate it. But it's also weighed against the knowledge that I've watched 52 weeks worth of Star Wars movies.
52 weeks.
So,
I mean, look, if we boil it right down, and sorry, those of you who tuned in for hard-hitting Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens chat tonight.
We'll talk about it, but...
Yeah. What I've noticed is that I think Ben, particularly when we hit 7, just fucking checks out, just done.
Yeah.
We hit 7 and Ben's like, fucking kill me. Ben like hits full on just, getting too old for this shit, like ready to retire, like just 40 years on the job. I'm too beat up. I can't do any more of this Star Wars. And then
I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah, getting too old for the Star Wars.
I can't put up with any more stinking Star Wars. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a weird position where I feel like I could do this forever, but fuck, I'm doing this forever. Like,
same.
It's just the kind of thing where it's like it's become a routine, but fuck, it's become a routine. I'm used to it, and that's a little horrifying, but also...
I mean, we brought up the preview episode again, and as much as we all hate the preview episode, I went back and I listened to it recently because we had been bitching about it a lot. And I was like, was it really that bad? It is. Don't listen to it. You don't
the worst part is that first Phantom Menace episode is good.
Yeah. But like listening to the preview episode and even just like listening to myself talk about it, like I had said at one point, like, yeah, it really is the way, it was with my dad. Like, there's not really, I don't remember a time in which I didn't know about Star Wars. It's always been a part of my life. And, watching, 54 fucking weeks or whatever, 52 weeks of these fucking movies, like, yeah, I come on here and I bitch about it because, God. But I mean, yeah, I could be. A lot of times I'm sitting down and I'm like, I could be doing literally anything else, but also my brain is like, ooh, Star Wars. This is fun.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
every
know how
time.
long that feeling's gonna go, but like, it's still there, kind of, a little bit of just like, Star Wars, woo, Star Wars. So I watched it synced up to They Might Be Giants, and that's something we're gonna still have to talk about
That's
today.
something we're
So,
gonna talk about.
do we want to
How'd
get
that
it out
go?
of the way right now, or does anybody have?
I
Let's
don't have
do
any preemptive.
let's do lightning round. How'd this go? I hear uh there was
It was
perhaps a children's album involved, perhaps.
at the very end, or actually, I don't remember exactly where it was, but it still was great. Side note and unfortunate note, I don't think this is going to get me through The Last Jedi, what I have left. I had, before there were some cuts made because there were doubles, which I cut most of the doubles unless they were completely redone songs. I would have gotten at least a little bit into uh, um, Rise of Skywalker. I don't think I'm going to get through The Last Jedi with the playlist, which means there will be at least one movie where I am fully listening from the beginning again. But whatever. It's as close as I'm probably going to get with any other artist.
It'll be interesting to like if you have to do that, if you have to loop back around the beginning,
I will. No
it'll be
matter what I
interesting to
was
see
going to.
what song you leave off on.
Well, I mean, I'll just restart at the beginning. So it'll more be a story of where in the movie I am, at what point that I have to just go back to the beginning and start over
Well, that's what I'm
again.
saying.
Yeah.
When we hit the end of Rise of Skywalker, it'll be interesting to see what the last They Might Be Giants song you end the Star Wars watch with.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a really good watch. It was a really, really good sync. Fantastic sync almost the entirety of the way through. I really enjoyed it. I can't tell you enough how much I keep enjoying these.
And
There was like 2 weeks that weren't so good, or like a week and a half. But these it's so good. It's so good.
with you dressed like that and with you doing the
Yeah.
finger thing, I can't like.
Ben's hands are put together like a mastermind,
He
like
looks
some
like he's
kind of
about to
evil
like.
genius.
He looks like a like conservative talking head ready to debate a college kid. Just
He really
the
does.
outfit.
Let's say hypothetically.
No, shut the fuck
No.
up.
No.
We're not doing that
No.
here.
No.
We've already
No.
said fuck Ben Shapiro on the show. That's all that needs to be said. The song Read a Book blared in with the opening credits, a song about someone being insulted when they're told to inform themselves on any given situation rather than be spoon-fed information. It was very good. The stormtroopers' arrival on Jakku, along with the genocide of the village, is accompanied with a cover of Tub Thumping by They Might Be Giants.
No.
It was great. By the way, the
Oh,
chorus of this version of
Yes!
Tub Thumping is sung by the AV Club. It was so fucking good.
That is beautiful.
The song drops into nothing but a cappella just as Kylo talks to the old guy and then cuts out right as they start the family talk, and then it cuts into the recovered electronic version of Istanbul, not Constantinople. It was so fucking great. Their chorus repeats the word "yikes" as the camera pulls in on Finn not firing on the villagers.
That
Truly
is a
fucking
yikes.
transcendent. Chisone opens with the words "mind your business," which cuts in just as Phasma approaches Finn. A bird who is pecking against a piece of scrap in the Jakku desert also perfectly hits with the electronic sound at the end of that song. The song Dirt Bike plays over the Poe interrogation, and Kylo steps forward to put his hand out just as the lyrics brainwashing from the song Dirt Bike hits. I just want to direct people to the song People vs. Apes because it's not a song, it's a weird live thing that they did, and I'm fascinated by it. It has nothing to do with anything. I just want to tell you to listen to that. It's the song Black Ops, a song about American atrocities committed in the name of the war against terrorism. A downbeat, slow song plays over the Falcon flight scene on Jakku, and let me tell you, the grab-it nostalgia just exposed with the incredibly serious song was jarring. As Finn and Rey look at Han Solo for the first time, the song Call You Mom kicks in, which is very good. The song "Sometimes a Lonely Way" has a terrific lyric for the cut into Snoke. The lyrics, "Not everyone you've abandoned are still standing by," beautifully tells this tale of his inevitable death, and even refers to him as a jumbotron. So that was great. I also found the lyrics "Rehearsals for Third Place Forevermore" playing as Kylo's mask zooms in that same scene very good. It was a terrific explanation of his self-doubt. The song is also followed by "Destroy Your Past," a 15-second song that nearly all takes place on a wide shot of Han Solo in the lounge of the Falcon, which is also really great. The song "Replicant" played over Maz's Cantina, which, feels fine and feels pretty good since it's basically a replicant version of the Mos Eisley Cantina. Also, I just realized it has the name Maz, and she lives inside of a copy of the Mos Eisley Cantina. I never realized that before. I just realized it now as we were talking. I'm sorry. I know everybody probably realizes this. I didn't until this exact moment. Too Tall Girl, this upbeat, weird little ditty plays over the genocide of multiple star systems. It was very weird. Erase has a great tempo for the courtyard scene, with the song referencing Han Solo pulling the trigger and also syncing the word falling with a stormtrooper falling. Additionally, Good to Be Alive kicks in just as Han saves Finn. Fantastic. It does make a weird sync for the rest of the scene, though. The song does cut out just as Kylo pins Rey's arm with the Force, which is fantastic. The song "Underwater Woman," a song about a competent and capable woman who is both independent and also lonely down below the depths, plays over Rey being captured by Kylo, and I realized in that moment that Rey might just be Ariel.
Would you say Rey might be giants?
Uh,
I am proud of that one.
Did Chris walk off? Did Chris leave?
Disappear.
I wish we didn't have a preset name for this episode, because Rey Might Be Giants would be very good. Chris, come back. We need you.
Just like Rick McCallum. Just like Rick McCallum when the world needed him most. He was nowhere to be found.
The song "All the Lazy Boyfriends" kicks in on Han Solo's face, which is very good. Most of this watch was They Might Be Giants dunking on Han Solo, which was pretty great. The tail end of Coward plays as they set the bombs, echoing the lyrics, "I need a confidant, a co-conspirator," and that's during the final shot Chewie and Han Solo will ever have together, which I thought was very appropriate. Was a great intro to Han walking up to Kylo. It's just 3 A's with one being capitalized, so I have to assume it's The 40s feel of "Let Me Tell You About My Operation" did not, for the rest of the scene, a real funny sync make. The lyrics, "Oh, it's good news, it's just a quick procedure," playing over Han being pushed off the ramp with the lightsaber, was also very good, though. And that's about it. Other than "I Made a Mess" playing over Leia and Rey hugging, which was pretty good. Moles, Hounds, Bears, Bees, and Hares implies that Acto is an island of hares, and I just want to see the rabbit cut. And that is They Might Be Giants for this watch. It was great.
That is a lot of syncing for.
There's a lot of syncing.
Like I feel like that's above our average.
Last week probably had more. There's a lot that I don't mention. I just go through the highlights when I get there.
Yeah.
But it was a good watch. It was the best watch since the prequels, I think.
I still weirdly enjoy this movie.
I know you do.
I really do enjoy this movie. I don't know why. I think I enjoy this movie weirdly enough because it's, one of the recent ones, like for a sense of nostalgia. I enjoy it because of the sense of nostalgia watching it. It harkens back to a time in which I was optimistic of the future of the Star Wars cinematic universe. And
Star Wars cinematic
The
universe.
Star Wars cinematic universe, you know.
You know,
the,
that Star Wars
yeah.
cinematic universe that
Yeah,
everybody's
that Star
talking
Wars
about.
cinematic universe. You know, you have the big three of the Star Wars cinematic universe. You have Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and now
All dead.
all dead. They're all dead, but hey, don't worry about it. Cause listen, the MCU, they're killing off their big three too, except for Hemsworth, cause he's getting fucking swole, baby Hulk Hogan. You know, he's gotta play Hogan, so he's getting big as
He's
fuck.
getting that Hogan bod to play
Yeah, he's
Hulk
getting that
Hogan.
Hogan bod. But you know, the Star Wars cinematic universe, our big three are dead. But you know, we have Rey Skywalker out in the desert. That's our one new big three. We have Desert Lady. That's big two. And then right up at the top, Broom Boy. Broom Boy.
I
Broom
need
Boy,
to.
big
You know
three.
what? I will never get a more appropriate time to mention this, so I'm just gonna do this now. I know Broom Boy's name, and it's
Don't tell me. Don't.
What?
Don't tell me.
I'm gonna tell you.
Don't ruin Broom Boy for me. He's Broom Boy.
It will make it better.
Will it?
Tamiri Blog. Temiri. Last name Blagg. Tamiri Blog. That is Broom Boy's name. Tamiri Blog. I had it written down to mention next week, but I want you pitched it. I needed to get it out because I found this out like last rotation, like right after the last
about
Jedi.
the Hemsworth in our Star Wars cinematic universe. Big three. Broom Boy's the Hemsworth.
Tamiri's Blog.
Tamiri Blog, he's gonna get jacked as shit, and then he's gonna go.
Oh my god, he's gonna have a glow up.
Yeah, he's gonna get jacked as shit.
It's gonna be like the Harry Potter movies where like Neville
Yeah.
just shows up one year and he's fucking
Yeah,
gorgeous.
exactly.
All right, it's time. Ladies and
Uh-oh.
gentlemen,
Uh-oh.
boys and girls, welcome to everyone's favorite show. They just don't know it yet. Is it canon?
Oh, this is a good game.
The show where Jay and Chris are given
Oh, this is a very
4
good game.
Wikipedia articles that I have found, and they will.
Ah.
2 of them will be canon, 2 of them will be legends, and they will have to figure out which is which.
Yes.
Oh, this
Perfect.
is good.
I originally had another draft of this in which I made up 2 random BS ones, but I felt like it was a little too much like AO3.
It was a little too much like AO3, and this is better anyway.
This is also very good.
All right. So I have 4 article titles and like short descriptions, and I will float them by you guys. 2 of them will be canon, and 2 of them will be legends. First up, we have the Udagon. Udagons were a genetic offshoot of the Ithorian species, with whom they shared the world Udaga.
Udaga?
Adaga.
That makes more sense.
They share similar facial features, such as the hammerhead shape. There is Seljan Kurik. He was a male Rhodian working for the Alliance to restore the Republic. He served as the second commander between the Wookiee Resistance and the Alliance. We have the Potato Slug Salad. A salad made of potatoes, slugs, and salad.
And salad, salad's not an ingredient, Ben.
Salad's not an ingredient.
According to
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, it is. Actually, that
Salad's
might be
not-
according to me. Nope, that's according to me.
Salad's not an ingredient, Ben.
I will be blanking out all like references to like named material.
Yes.
So in blank, it was stated that there were leftovers if anyone wanted any.
God damn it.
Great.
So
And
good.
finally, we have Kosweg Badisho, a political cartoonist and holographer who created propaganda such as "Do Your Part, a piece designed to encourage individuals of all ages to sign up to become droid techs for the CIS.
2 of these are legends and 2 of these are canon.
2 of them are legends, 2 of them are canon.
Interesting.
We got the Udigin, the Seljan Kurik, who is the Rhodian. We have Potato Slug Salad, and we have Coswig Badisho, the political cartoonist in Star Wars.
I can't pronounce this, but the Athorian species offshoot, that's legends. The potato,
Udigin,
yeah, the potato slug salad, legends. Selgan Korik or whatever, that's canon. As is the last one, Coswig, whatever his name is.
It's also exactly what I had.
Really?
That's exactly what I had.
could you run that by me again?
Okay. The first one, the Athorian offshoot species Autogon
That's
or whatever.
Legends.
Legends. Selgan Korik, the second one.
Or
That's
Legends.
canon.
Oh, no,
I have
yes,
written down
canon.
as canon.
Yes, no, that's right, yeah. Canon, and then the last one is all the potato slug stuff is
Legends.
Legends, yes.
And then Coswig.
And the last one is
whatever.
also canon.
Oh, canon.
All right. The results have been tallied.
I just watched you do it. What do you?
This has
so-
such a different feel with you wearing that suit.
It really, yeah. Every
That's
time
what I
you do
was
this
hoping
bit, you
for.
have to wear a suit.
I have to wear this.
You have to wear a suit every
I'll
time.
Don't
just roll
do-
up on random days and everyone will
Just
be like,
keep-
ah, shit.
Just keep a real beat up blazer on the back of your chair so that you can just throw
Yeah.
that on.
We just little cue cards. If at some point this show has a budget, it's like the little news cards with our logo on the back of it for Ben.
So,
Ben, you're leaving us in Antissa.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Thank you. Odigins are canon. They actually, in fact, made their first
Fuck.
appearance in this movie. They can be seen in Maz's castle, the defining feature being that they don't have like
Oh.
Ithorians are the slug-looking motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and they have 2 mouths on either side of their like neck.
Yeah.
But Odigins have 1 mouth, like kind of where you'd expect a humanoid mouth to be.
Okay.
Yes. How foolish of me! I didn't remember the 2 mouths. How could
The 2 mouths.
I just assumed that an offshoot of the Legends
Mhm.
race would just be also Legends.
Ithorians are canon.
Ithorians are?
Well, but I'm saying they were around a long time ago.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
In a galaxy far, far away. Seljan Kurik, the rebellion Rhodian guy, is Legends.
Fuck.
You guys both have him listed as canon.
Wow.
Fuck.
Wow, we really beefed this one. We just
Well, hold
Well,
on.
Don't worry, because, not gonna lie, I thought you guys didn't have it in the first half, but potato slug salad is indeed Legends.
Yes, I knew it. It was too hyper specific to be
it is
canon.
very, very specific.
And-
I stumbled upon that 5 minutes before recording and swapped out my other option.
Pretty good.
Now you have the AO3 feel.
Coswig Bushido is canon.
Can I take a guess about where Coswig is canon from?
Sure.
The in-between period between episode 6 and episode 7. That sounds like something that they absolutely would have explored based on the stories that they've gone with, from what I hear in that. That feels like it would be involved in like the hear ye, ladies, Leia's father is Darth Vader. Shit.
Hear ye.
Oh.
Give me a second, because Wikipedia gave me an article that was not what I looked up for a second.
Listen, I've been drinking.
Hi, drinking. I've been Ben. And this has been Is It Canon?
This has been Is It Canon? I've been Ben. And he just God. Well, we found your
I've been
sign.
ordering that myself.
Doesn't give me a time that he was producing things.
Hmm. That makes me sad.
His only appearance was in Star Wars Propaganda, a history of persuasive art in the galaxy.
Well, now I want to read that. I'm fascinated by that idea.
Oh, that sounds
I
like it was
do.
done
It's by Pablo
specifically for you,
Hidalgo.
Jay.
That's interesting. It's by Pablo Hidalgo.
Oh man.
Huh.
I gotta pick these up now.
I would love to read some in-universe Star Wars propaganda. Good bit. I like this bit.
bit.
You
That
took
was
it and
great.
ran with it.
It was a really good bit.
Can I quick throw at you what I did come up for if I chose to steal it directly from AO3?
Yes.
Oh
What my
yes, please
bullshit
give me
ones
those.
were.
Please
Yeah,
give me
show
those.
I had one, I called it an Ice Strider, but its official name was gonna be Silkamy. It was a small mammal-like species that lived on Hoth around 3 ABY, often preyed upon by tauntauns and rarely wampas. I had a feeling that was like Legends bait,
That one would have probably gotten me. Yeah.
and called him a common drink prominent in the upper levels of Coruscant, especially popular with off-duty clones.
That was too hyper specific. We would have absolutely
Yeah.
guessed that. I would have absolutely gone with that, yeah.
I was hoping to get Chris with that because in Clone Wars there is a bar for off-duty clones.
And that would have triggered enough of the like, oh yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, that sounds right.
But I've got some twists and turns coming up in the future with this. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love this bit.
Welcome.
It's got to come back for sure.
thank you. Credit to Jay for the original
Oh, I gave you a
thought
very
of
basic
this.
idea and you ran with it.
Jay a
was
while
just-
ago, she gave me like a very basic outline, like, hey, I want to do something just like involving Wikipedia and like canonidity, and I was like, I could run with this.
I was pretty much just like, this feels like a Ben thing, so I'm just gonna hand it off to you.
And we've been like talking about it in front of Chris to help his existential dread.
Help enforce it for sure. Can we talk about the fucking audacity of R2D2 to just sit there this entire episode?
Yeah, we can, because I also wanted to talk about this motherfucker.
Sounds like a very R2D2
It does.
move, to be honest.
It does.
He's lived a life. I mean,
R2's
he's
just
just
sitting
out there
there like-
partying and
R2's sitting there like, I'm not getting off of my ass until they bring that little piece of the map back.
yeah.
I have a full map, and it's not like they could reverse search the area that I have. I'm gonna sit here, and I'm gonna be sad.
Yeah. 3PO is like, I say, it's better than that year he took the year off coke binge. He snorted his way through Europe.
I say it's better than when he went to a galaxy outside of our own in order to avoid his pressing child custody days. It certainly is classic R2D2.
Yes. R2 didn't go with Luke because R2 had an ex back over that way, and run into each other, it could get awkward.
Beep bop boop. Listen, I have a restraining order out that way. I can't
Listen,
beep
I have
bop.
a restraining order.
We need to imagine the entire Star Wars franchise as if R2D2 is saying things that are deeply like he's just the biggest piece of shit.
Deeply disturbing.
R2D2 is like that one friend you have that just can't go to Jersey, and he's like, nah, I got warrants. It's no big deal.
That's such a specific Pennsylvania and New York State thing. It's like, I can't go to Jersey. Can't go to
Jersey, man. I got warrants.
It's a very loose use of the term friend.
Just a guy that's in the backseat of your car sometimes with friends, and you're like, who'd you come with? How are you here? Anything to not talk about Star Wars. So we'll here, I'll get this out of the way. I'm gonna steal a bit from Jay for this episode, so I can feel like I've done something productive for the anniversary episode.
I'm disappointed that you couldn't come up with a different way. I appreciate the respect that you've given me by saying I'm gonna take a bit. But what you should have done is just been like, fucking Major Merchandise is coming in to mug me or something.
Yeah, you know what I should have done?
I got the wrong address.
I should have Palpatine fucking like backpedaled my way off the fucking chair. Like,
don't actually hurt yourself.
I should have had my wife kick the door in and throw a package at me.
That I almost had that happen in a previous Major Merchandise segment. I almost had someone do that.
God.
I'm very excited for your Major Merchandise bit.
So I have just one I want to just kind of shout out before I go into this. This is not in the true spirit of Major Merchandise where we dunk on bad Star Wars merch. This is actually something that I like. It's actually something
again?
That's not a shower head. It's just a selfie of me in the shower head. It would have been a great time to reveal that I had bought the shower head.
It would have been a great time to reveal that you bought the shower head, but alas.
No, so Dr. Squatch.
Oh no.
What?
I already don't like
soap.
This.
It's a brand I use pretty often. I really like their like pine tar. It's bar soap. It's like really good, pretty
Yeah, I've seen
bar soap.
the ads all over.
The ads are kind of funny. They have a Star Wars set of soap currently.
God.
And it's a 4-pack. You get a Yoda themed soap, an Obi-Wan Kenobi themed soap, a Darth Vader themed soap, and a Darth Maul themed soap. They are in that order.
Hold on.
I
need to know what Darth Maul smells like.
I can tell you.
Yeah, please pitch us the names of these, because I just found them.
Yoda's is Wisdom Wash. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Save the second one for last. Save that second one for last, because I think it's the best one.
Darth Vader's is Dark Side Scrub. And Darth Maul. I thought the fourth one was the best.
Well, go with the second one and then say the fourth one.
So Obi-Wan Kenobi's is Only Hope Soap, which is really good. I would tuck that into a corner of like my my bathroom cupboard.
It's the in case of emergency.
Yeah, it's in case of if the time has come. Fetch the
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It's where you put the hotel soap that you stole from the last hotel you were in, except it's called Only Hope Soap, so you put it up there.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only soap. And Darth Maul's soap is called Ruthless Rinse.
Which is just the most unpleasant name for a soap I've ever heard in my life.
Aggressively rinsing.
I'm not gonna go into all that because it's a big. I don't want to give you the sales pitch. This isn't like a hashtag ad situation.
But
I just really like this soap. But yeah, Dr. Squatch, if you want to give us some money, man, I'll pitch your fucking. I've seen your weird ads all over YouTube.
Or some free soap.
Or some free soap. Your soap is good. This is always pretty
I'll
quickly.
throw some dishes at a tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send us soap. Your advertisement is our only hope.
Yeah. I'm not going to give you the full pitch. I'm not going to read the descriptions or whatever. Just check them out. They make pretty good soap, and if you're into Star Wars, it could be a fun little, talking. I think it's like $32 for the set. So, whatever. Moving on, though, to the main event of the evening. I am very excited for this, and I really hope that this is neither of you two have seen this already. I saw this. I don't remember if. Yeah, no, I saw this and I messaged
nervous.
Jay immediately. I was like, Jay, I need to do Merch Corner for the anniversary episode. Because I found this. So what I found, and I'm going to link to the GameStop website because it's the only place I can currently find it.
Oh,
I think
no!
But so on the GameStop website, it is the Star Wars Tauntaun sleeping bag.
Fuck. What the fuck? What? What? What is? What? Okay, but like, that's not a tauntaun. It very clearly.
Look through the pictures.
Oh.
Through the pictures. Get to the last picture, please. So,
Stop.
No way.
Stop.
Did they?
This is
They
They did, Jay. They did.
Ben. Would you
No,
like to describe what we're
So
looking at?
there is a print on the inside of this Tauntaun sleeping bag
Oh yeah, that's bad
to
too.
make it look like guts on the inside, but like cartoony guts.
Yeah. So this is the
$100.
yeah. This is the Star Wars Tauntaun sleeping bag. It is a cute looking little Tauntaun. They purposely made it look kind of cute. I think they tried to make it all cutesy and like, oh look, it's cute and nice, and then
It looks like an eldritch horror.
yeah, you unzip it and yeah, it's just the guts, you know. They really just they designed it, they gave it a nice print, it's very detailed. Yeah, you know, you can find this on GameStop's website. I think it's on Amazon as well. Give anyone but Jeff Bezos your business, though, I beg you.
Yeah. So
I really like in the description, you know, all the description stuff, which the product description is pretty good. It is ideal for helping you stay alive after a deadly Wampa attack or keeping you warm on those cold Hoth nights.
I heard
but
it smells terrible.
yeah, but down in is that a feature? Is that a feature of the
That
sleeping
feature.
bag?
You get it, you open up, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Whoa! What died in here?
what the fuck died in here? I died apparently, or it died
I just-
around me.
I love in the product description it's going through all the features, and the last one is bag dimensions, and then in parentheses, not including head or legs. It's just-
I. So we can we linger on design for a little bit because I am in the rare position where I can describe what this looks like. This thing looks nothing like a Tauntaun to begin with. Like, it doesn't look anything like a Tauntaun. If you showed this to me, I would never think it was a Tauntaun. It looks just like a goat. It just looks like a goat. Now, granted, it does have these little, like, T-Rex arms that are, like, sewn onto the fucking side. But, like, so, like, you know, you have fucking T-Rex claws, so that at least gives it away. But in every other capacity, it would not give it away. It has the strangest set of plush horns I've ever seen in my life. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be used to carry it, which, by the way, I don't know how you would do so because it's like the head is detached from the rest of the, like,
Yeah, I think it's attached, but it's like the head's like a pillow.
yeah. So, like, it wouldn't be a practical way of carrying it around by the fucking pillow.
It sticks out. Same with it's got a tail in the back that just sticks out, and like the head I get, it's a pillow, but the tail's just like there. Same with the legs.
I can't spend another minute not pointing out that the smile on this is piss yellow.
What?
Look at the smile on that Tauntaun. It's just piss yellow.
And it's just like it's not even it's like a like the mouth is closed, so it's just like a line.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This thing looks like a bookkeeper.
My favorite is that the zipper has a little like lightsaber attached to it, so when you unzip it, it's like you're cutting it the fuck open.
Yeah,
I am looking at this man snuggling in it. This bearded gentleman snuggling in it with such disgust.
I had so much anxiety this entire week. I need you to understand I carried so much anxiety with me all week. So concerned that like friend of the show's ins or someone else would find this and post it in our general friend Discord group. Cause like
Welcome to my hell.
I saw it on like Twitter or something. Like someone was like, "What in the fresh hell is this?" And it's like, oh god, someone's gonna find it. Someone's gonna ruin
Any
Merch
second
Corner.
now.
Any second now.
Direct your attention to the second picture. I don't know if anybody's... I can't describe what a top shot of a full-bodied man, bearded gentleman laying in this thing looks like. It makes me so deeply uncomfortable because it like has the little like pillow fucking legs attached to it,
Yeah.
but like obviously it's a human body in here, so like it doesn't bend and curve with the rest of it, and also it has that fake fucking riding saddle on it that just morphs all of the dimensions, and also you're laying on the head, which isn't it doesn't fit with the rest of the entire thing. It just, oh my god, I hate it so much. Also, I would like to point out, I look at this thing, and I think of one of those old Animorph covers, like the Andalite. There's a specific cover. I think it's like it's like book 27 or something like that. Of like, hi, I know a lot about Animorphs. Of Axe the Andalite, the centaur-like creature morphing into a cow. It looks like the halfway spot between the centaur and the cow. That's what this looks like. I'm horrified. You found a winner.
Also, the saddle is just like a brown circle
Yeah.
with a brown like line leading from one side to the other with just like a buckle.
If I didn't have things that told me the size of this thing, like other pictures to determine its size, I would think this was supposed to go around a book. Like, I'm not kidding. It looks like a bookkeeper. Jesus Christ. I should just graduate all of Merch Corner to you because I've never found something this bad.
I was so excited about this. I was so excited all week. I'm so happy to just have it out of me.
$100.
$100.
And Jay, would it hurt you to know that this was in my cart for a good 2 hours and I almost bought this?
Yes.
There was
Chris.
a point in time in which I went, well, we've been talking about going camping at some point. I need a sleeping bag.
Chris.
And
Chris.
also,
Chris.
like, I have a week. I can get it
It's
before
really bad
the
that
show.
Ben is backing me
We
up
could
on
I was
do
gonna
this.
say,
this.
Chris,
I could
I
do
am
this
I
segment,
am
and then I could just pull it up like, and look at
Chris, I am the king of frivolous spending. As Jay will tell you, she has
Yes.
more than been aware of this. I don't know about that one, boss.
My wife comes home, and I'm just laying in the middle of the living room floor in a tauntaun sleeping bag. She's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh, don't.
Okay, yeah, no, that'd be worth it. Do it.
No! It's $100 for a goat mat.
Goat, Matt. I think I got some Bezos bucks on my Amazon account right now. I can,
No.
Bezos bucks.
Oh, it's out of stock.
Shit. Did he take him up into space with him? They're just
Yeah,
orbiting.
Bezos and his brother just orbiting in
No.
Tauntaun
Tauntaun
sleeping bag. Just up there with the fucking
AT-AT and
and the
fucking-
Tesla. Harrison Ford, Naruto.
the space war is getting a little out of hand with all of these side properties just clogging up our atmosphere. I'm never gonna say it anywhere else in a public forum. So can I just say here, it makes me so sad as a sci-fi fan to watch two billionaires fucking battle over space. And the fact that I have repeatedly... No, it actually makes me feel better that I have repeatedly fucked up Elon's face by putting it on a ricotta. Like, that makes me feel better. A little bit better about
I'm
this
glad it makes you feel
ridiculous
better
space
because it sounded like you were having an actual existential crisis the last time that came up.
Oh, every time this comes up, every time I think about that, I do have an existential crisis. It's the Trekkie in me just like, no, it's supposed to be bright and happy, but capitalism has arrived in space. Thank you for this wonderful.
Tim Curry is no longer safe.
Thank you for this wonderful merch squad. You outdid. You blew it out of the park. This is the worst one since the first.
I was very excited to present it. I've been talking about like in the the new office, like getting like 'cause I'm trying to put something on these fucking walls. I've been like, oh, I'll just get like those tapestries. Those are pretty cool. I'll just get a couple of these sleeping bags and fucking hang them up on the wall. It's like I'm out hunting tauntauns.
Jay is
Oh, Jay,
outta
come
here.
back.
She
Jay, come
is
back.
done with our shit.
Jay, come back.
Jay's just straight up out of here. She's
Jay couldn't help herself. She had to go run to her nearest GameStop to pick up a Tauntaun
Stop.
sleeping.
stop.
Oh, so just teleported.
Show me that AO3. Hi, welcome to Show Me That AO3. Sorry, you'll have to forgive me, SWAO3 tags on Twitter, who you should absolutely follow. I am just so trying to deal with the fact that my friend just implied that he would buy multiple $100 Tauntaun sleeping bags to put up on his wall. SWAO3 tags on Twitter goes through the wonderful, just godly job of looking through the tags on the internet's most active fan fiction website archive of our own and putting them up out of context, tweet by tweet, for all of us to enjoy. Now, if you haven't played this game before, I will be giving 5 today, and within these 5 that I will be giving today, 1 is false and 4 are real. Are you ready to play?
Yep.
I feel
Always
much
ready.
less official without a suit. Ben, you outclassed us. Here we go. Number 1, a space vampire in Bulgaria. Number 2, like Star Kid Firebringer but with a dead order. Number 3, Squidward plus Winter Soldier equals Crosshair.
Number 3 makes me so happy because I know Jay has not seen the late Clone Wars season nor Bad Batch, and I know Chris hasn't seen like any of Bad Batch yet.
A proper butchering of
Coriolanus.
Sorry, Shakespeare. I can't pronounce that.
Coriolanus.
I normally know how to pronounce that, but my brain is just buzzed enough that I can't figure it out.
Coriolanus. 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 Dumbass.
Number 5, Ben's Good Boy Sweater finds a new home. So to repeat, number 1, a space vampire in Bulgaria. Number 2, like Star Kid Firebringer, but with a dead order. Number 3, Squidward plus Winter Soldier equals Crosshair. Number 4, a proper butchering of
Coriolanus.
Sorry, Shakespeare. Number 5, Ben's Good Boy Sweater finds a new home, which is false. Ben, if you are bringing up their wonderful Twitter right now, I will destroy you.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what Star Kid Firebringer is.
It's a play.
Okay.
I think 1 or 5.
I know
You
it's
think-
not 3.
Okay. How do you know that so specifically?
Because Crosshair is a Star Wars character of which you've never interacted with.
There's other things that Crosshair could refer to. I specifically chose things that only barely reference Star Wars in most of this. But what is your pick? You got to pick one here.
Let's say 1.
Okay.
1 is fake.
Ben?
What was 5 again?
Ben's Good Boy Sweater finds
Okay,
a new
it's-
home.
I feel like that's bait.
It's definitely bait.
I'm going with 5. Because of Chris's confidence.
You are both wrong. The incorrect, the one that I made up is like Star Kid Firebringer, but with a dead order. Star Kid Firebringer is a play about people, a strange play that is absolutely just off its hinges by the people who made, again, unfortunately, a reference, a theater group that came from the Harry Potter parody group, Starlight, or Star Kid. Star Kid Firebringer is a movie about people learning to find fire, and there's also like a weird side plot about people traveling through time or some shit like that. But yeah, that was the one I came up with.
I
Ben's
should have
Good
guessed
Boy
it was
Sweater
the
finds a new
obscure
home is
property.
really good.
I should have guessed it was the one referencing an obscure property.
An obscure theater property? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that should have been a dead giveaway.
I thought Ben was on to me when he was like, I need to figure out what this obscure
Because
reference is.
that's as soon as I'm like, I don't know what this is, like flags start going up, and I don't know why.
This
I
might
go
be the
with that.
first time that I actually do this, but I might have to find the story from the first tag because I need to know.
We can find it.
I need to know what's going on with space vampires in Bulgaria and
In
how it has
Bulgaria?
anything to do with Star Wars.
Here's what I'll do. I'll go on our Twitter, and I will ask, because they happily link the articles if you ask for them.
Oh, cool.
So I will go and ask SWAO3 tags on Twitter, who you should absolutely follow, what fic this is from.
I need it. I
I
need
will
it pretty
take care.
badly.
And if we get an answer within the confines
Within
of
the
this
next, like-
episode,
In the meantime, Wikipedia is looking a little weird. No, not yet. It's not looking
Not
weird yet. No, Jay told me no.
It's
So in
not
the
looking
meantime-
weird yet. Check back later for
So
weird.
in the meantime, I'm gonna talk about some pod races.
see, I can't include that. You did this to yourself that I have to cut that now, right?
Oh yeah, but I'm just gonna bring it up again, right?
Cut Ben's backdoors 2 fucking pod racing mentions into an episode. You son of a bitch. Just because you're dressed like a fucking politician, don't be coming in here all like
Joke's on
weaselly,
you.
like
I'm dressed like a used pod race salesman.
motherfucker. I still very much like the very brief Finn Kylo lightsaber duel.
Finn should be so dead.
Oh yeah.
Finn should be so dead. Kylo shredded up his entire spine. I'm glad Finn didn't die, but Finn totally should have died there. Like,
What's that? Star Wars back to tech magic.
he's not even in a Bacta tank.
Fix everything. Well, they
They
put him in the. He
He
had
just
no
put an
tubes with
LED
the-
display over him, and he magically fucking heals.
Listen, technology's advanced over the last however many years it's been since episode 6. All right, maybe they don't need the Bacta tanks anymore. They just use an iPad and they're just like, bzz. Like you're healed
They just press a bunch of buttons on their Fitbit.
through the magic of the new and improved Apple Care.
Since you brought it up, I did have to mention, you did played throughout the entirety of that early duel with Finn and Kylo. And the song hits the lyrics just as it pulls out to find Kylo in the wide shot. Don't accidentally do something you'll later regret. Oh no, you did. Which just describes Kylo murdering Han Solo literally minutes before.
I mean, each time his parents get, well, if
Have
his
I-
one
Yeah.
parent gets murdered, his other nearly gets murdered.
Have I ever told the story of how Han's death got ruined for me in the movie theater going into the movie?
Oh god.
Oh God.
Yeah. Some guy coming out of a theater said something about it. I was like, fuck. And then,
Well, I'll
yeah,
tell-
sure enough, in the movie, I was like, motherfucker.
Well, I'll tell you this. I can deconstruct a movie outside the theater, but I can't do it inside of the theater. So if there's an unsurprising turn of events coming my way, I will not pick up on it. I did know as soon as there was a fucking bridge and Han just yelled Ben, I'm like, he's super dead. He's super duper duper dead. Like I could see it a mile away.
Star Wars kind of has a way of setting up and
Telegraphing.
framing big important deaths in that
Yeah.
way. Like going back, I mean, if you watch, the duel at the end of Phantom Menace now, they're setting up like, oh yeah,
Oh,
someone's dying here, like
yeah, but it's way more. I will never know because I didn't watch this movie as an adult. I watched it as a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
But it feels more nuanced than that. It's not quite as obvious.
My favorite
Not
is
that-
still
Force
Obi-Wan.
Awakens is still better than Phantom Menace, but it feels more nuanced.
It could be better.
You hear that silence? Bask in the silence.
My favorite is Obi-Wan's Always and Forever, mainly because of something that Chris said, where Obi-Wan's constantly just referring to Vader as Darth.
It's super weird.
It's so good. Ah, you can't win, Darth.
Oh, you can't win that.
And then he does the fucking spin.
Yeah, that's the way he says it too. You can't win that.
The way you described the spin, I thought of it as like the Palpatine spiral as he stands up from behind the Senate. Obi-Wan should have done the Palpatine spiral.
I'm stuck.
Chris is also doing a spiral in his chair trying to get. What the fuck is going on tonight? Have two out of the three of us drank too much? Because that's definitely true for me.
Yeah, I'm drunk off my ass right now.
Oh yeah, Ben's just me completely sober, stone cold sober,
And Chris is the sober one tonight.
stone cold sober.
He says Soligan back a Corona. My favorite is so after Kylo fucks Finn up and he goes to like force grab the lightsaber, I still so much wish it went just like an inch closer to him and whacked him in the head. Because every time I see him like pull back, I just think, oh, that was so close. It was so
That sounds
close.
like a Last Jedi joke. That sounds
It
like
does.
something that would happen. Also, I feel the need, also on Oh You Did, as the fucking edge of the lightsaber went into his shoulder, the lyric, sorry, sorry, don't be angry, played out of that song, and it was really uncomfortable. It was a really uncomfortable scene. I can't stress it enough. It was really uncomfortable. 1 year.
1 year.
1 year of pod race mentions.
When you put it like that, I feel much less like celebrating.
1 year of barely talking about episodes 7, 8, and 9.
No, I think we talk strangely in the first couple rotations. I think we talked more about them in those than we've talked about any episode ever.
Anyone who's been with us since close to beginning is actually probably honestly happier that we're not talking about 7, 8, and 9 as much.
I try to. I try to. I still think two of these movies are good and one's bad.
We're not. It's not just 3 episodes in a row of fuck you, Ryan. Fuck you, JJ.
And I mean, like, no matter what with these movies, we're at a point where it's like there's not much to talk about the movie.
No, but there's a lot to talk about in regards to how we react to the movie, I think is where we're at.
Yeah.
It's just like we mentally shut down, so as soon as we can find a silly side subject, it's gone. Show's gone. That's where we're going.
I mentioned, I don't remember what fucking rotation it was at this point. I mentioned on one of the, sequel trilogy episodes that, like, it feels like we've kind of gotten to a point where it's not that the movies are better or that we like them more, but we've kind of accepted, like, all right, well, it is what it is. I mean,
they're getting normalized.
This
We've
is what 7, 8,
internalized
and 9
it.
is. Yeah, like, whereas in the beginning we were kind of like,
Hostile.
yeah, and I feel like this influx of side content has certainly helped with that. Like, because we have other good Star Wars content,
Yeah.
I think
like Mandalorian, and they finished off Clone Wars and Bad Batch, all the side content. It's like, yeah, 7, 8, and 9 weren't the best, but Star Wars is still going strong.
I think it also helps that 2 out of the 3 of us have at least one movie in this series, in this trilogy, that we really like. So, like, every time we get to the movies, it's like, good movie. In my case, it's like, but it's so fucking long. But, like, it helps that, we're not negative across the board.
I do still really like this movie, but, like, it's not like the OT where, like, yeah, I really like this movie and I can talk about all these moments in it that just, it never gets old to talk about. Force Awakens is a weird one because it's like, I enjoy watching this movie. I like this movie a lot. I don't have anything I'd like to really talk about in this movie, but, like, I enjoy watching it. It's a good, turn your brain off, just kind of sit back and watch a movie, fantasy, sci-fi movie.
A popcorn flick
Yeah,
kind of feel
which,
to it.
kind of like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. Kind of similar. It's just sit back and bright lights.
Look at the
lens
lights.
flare.
Look at the look at the
in a
flashes.
Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
A Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
We did that in a Star Trek movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's,
I feel like Jay's a bit salty about.
yeah.
No!
A little bit, just a touch, just a tinge of salt.
No, I love everything J.J. Abrams has ever done.
I love that I just watched her. Jay just squared up on you from her fucking camera. Just
No.
no.
No, I'm not angry at all about those terrible.
I'm not bitter. You're bitter.
Star
Shut
Wars.
the fuck up, Ben.
Shut the fuck up, Ben, and do weird Wikipedia.
Oh, I'm doing weird Wikipedia now.
You're
Yeah,
doing
weird
weird Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia has been deemed weird enough.
The Wikipedia has been deemed weird now.
We're reporting a weird Wikipedia. All units moving.
This
Oh!
one's for Zins. Zins is the one that wants weird Wikipedia every episode, and we will not do that. But for the anniversary, we will make an exception.
We'll make an exception.
Yeah, I'll sneak it in. Don't worry, Zins.
This is something I actually know. Today
that's
on
less
Weird
fun.
Wikipedia, Kalani. It's also a Legends and Canon source.
It sounds like a dessert.
Right now,
It's like a kolache.
Kalani was an ST series military strategic
Oh.
tactical droid who appeared in. Is this Clone Wars or is this the one that was in Rebels?
I would suspect Clone Wars.
Because there was an episode of Rebels that had a. No, it was Rebels.
The Legends part has it as Clone Wars.
Yeah, but that's because Rebels was canon. Basically, these motherfuckers were designed when the old school tactical droids turned out to be absolute garbage. The CIS designed tactical droids that actually used tactics. And
They didn't just do point, march, shoot?
that's what the old ones did. They were like, we've got 1 billion droids, we will conquer, Roger. And so they were like, yeah, these guys are bad, so we're gonna make good ones. And they made good ones. And they were actually fucking terrifying. And one of them actually survived the Clone Wars. And spoilers for Rebels. Lived on into the Imperial era, in which it encountered the crew from the Ghost, who's like the main cast in Rebels, and Rex, in which it staged like a mini Clone Wars war, because it had like a whole fucking foundry and shit. And eventually the Empire showed up and they did the whole like, we have to work together to defeat the Empire. It's a good episode.
Can I talk about this page for a moment? Because it's weird.
Yes.
Well, it's weird Wikipedia.
When you click on the Legends page, it just takes you to Kalani's canon appearance in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the episode Front Runners, which is canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
it's also
technically this droid's first appearance.
Yeah, because all
Most
of
of
Clone
Clone
Wars
Oh,
was
it is
brought over
technically.
into
That's
canon.
right. That's
So-
right. Okay.
This is
It's
why.
first-
This is why. In the
Yeah.
past, I have said I am of the opinion that the entire Clone Wars series should be stripped from Legends because it fucks up Legends canon so bad.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But like have it regular canon because it really fucked with those Clone Wars novels that they did. Not a problem if it was still in case, but like we have it in the current canon, so there's nothing that would hurt to just go back to Legends and say none of this is canon.
Yeah.
But nobody pays attention to that enough. Can I put forward doing another weird Wikipedia for this wonderful episode? Because
Sure.
it feels like a cop-out for you to be so aware of it and be able to perfectly explain it to us rather
It's
than
only
us
funny
stumbling.
when Jay can edit in jump cuts of me trying to like
Oh
pronounce
god,
shit.
it's my favorite.
Those are my favorite edits.
It's my favorite because there's always like, because I know the behind the scenes, just a peek behind the curtain. There's a lot of those where I'm watching the jump cuts and I'm also remembering me and Jay making eye contact during it,
While
like,
I'm
across
sitting here
video,
going,
knowing
I-
full
oh,
well we know how to pronounce this thing that Ben is
Yeah.
just all over the place.
We do not help Ben.
We
Oh,
do
God.
not help. We do not
Oh,
help each other
God.
on this show. That's we send each other down the river at all times. Just here you go.
Today on Weird Wikipedia Part 2, we got Grendreef. Grendreef?
Oh boy.
There we go. I already got my content, baby.
Reef.
An admiral in the naval branch of the Galactic Empire's Imperial Military, blah, blah, blah. He was an intelligence officer in the Alliance to Restore the Republic? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, served undercover for a time.
Using the operational alias Jorith Sword.
Can I for a moment
Sword.
point to the Legends page real quick?
I actually just popped over there.
I need to show this picture of this man.
It's so
This
good.
like AD&D fucking sketch of this guy with like a I don't even know what to describe.
He's got
like,
that
everything-
hairstyle where he's bald on top, but he's got like Lobot, but it's hair.
The Picard, yeah.
And he's got like a fucking scar on his dome.
Yo, we need.
And that dude
Jay,
has the
you to-
bushiest eyebrows of all time.
Jay, I need you to read what his appearance is because you fucking nailed it.
No way.
You fucking nailed it.
It's a tabletop. It's a
Oh
tabletop
my
reference.
God.
That
You
makes the most
fucking
sense in the world.
Nailed
Listen,
If anyone was
I
gonna
know-
stick that, it was gonna be
it.
Jay.
Incredible.
this is from the ISIS coordinates,
Holy shit.
and it is a 1990 role-playing tabletop. For what system would this be? It would be the West End game system, which would be the precursor to.
Man, we're such fucking tabletop nerds. We got so goddamn
Listen,
excited.
it's been
We
most
got
of my life,
so
all right.
fucking excited.
Oh.
I know shitty first edition style fucking art when I see it, okay?
Oh, it's so good. Oh,
So I went over to the canon tab because I was dreadfully curious about what makes this motherfucker canon. And I scrolled down, and apparently he's in Star Wars. Absolutely everything you need to know, updated and expanded. So apparently he is such a core character. You need to know about him in order to be a Star Wars person.
he was first mentioned in canon in the Star Wars Rogue One: The Ultimate Visual Guide book.
Yep.
So
For some reason.
he somehow
Another book by Pablo Hidalgo.
continuity. Shore troopers are mistakenly called sand troopers on page 153 in this book. General Merrick is mistakenly referred to as Draven, which I don't know how you get any of that.
Mistakenly referred to as what?
Draven.
Draven. You know, the
Garvin.
name that every person that you've ever known in high school had an OC of. OCs are cool, but you know it. You know that you knew at least one person in high school that had a Draven. Like, my world in D&D has a Draven Strait, like at like a river. You know everybody had it.
Garvin.
Isn't that like a League of Legends character or some
Yes.
shit?
That
That's also
it's so
Draven,
popular that
so.
it became that. Yeah.
Garvin
Chris, I'm
Price
disappointed with how quick you threw that out.
is misspelled. One of the greatest movies of all time. R.I.P. Brandon Lee.
What movie is that?
The Crow.
Oh, I never watched it.
Garvin Dreis' last name is misspelled Dries, which is Pretty funny.
Garvin dries. Garvin's out here drying up.
It's just it's a good name. Good name.
Raven is actually a Star Wars character.
This Wikipedia has
I'm
got
telling you,
quite
it's a
weird.
common name.
This Wikipedia's got quite weird.
Davitz Draven, who is actually a rebellion general who appeared in Rogue One.
Rabbit hole complete. 1 year. Thank you all so much for
Just
being with
another
us.
million to go.
Million.
You really think I'm gonna
Oh,
live that long?
This is gonna be because our luck. Like we have Jay and I and Ben, I think to a lesser degree, have that weird type of luck where like shit just. It's like the Earth will spin just a little bit extra just to fuck you type of luck.
Yep.
So like, like
I fully expect to not be alive into my 60s.
it's gonna
But
be
just to fuck me for this podcast, I'm gonna live till I'm 120.
That's the thing. It's like in our lifetime, they're gonna be putting like our brains in robots and shit, so we'll live forever. And now we literally do this. It's the year like 5083. The global warming has scorched the planet.
We're living like the Kaminoans.
Yeah, we're just.
What's the deal with
it's-
us being inside of Palpatine robots like Palpatine was in that one game? Am I right? Us like 78, just like
Chris had to do a full 180 for that.
We're just-
nobody remembers
We're
Jackass Seinfeld.
500 years old. We're fucking in robot bodies, just like existence is pain. Star Wars.
Listen.
Only Star Wars.
Star
Fuck
Wars.
you, JJ.
Episode 23.
I'm gonna make a ruling right here. If any of us live past the age of 100, that's an out. They can
Fuck
they
that.
can leave. If you
I didn't
live
think I was
past,
gonna make it
Kill
this far, Jay.
death. Nobody gets out of this alive.
I mean, none of us are gonna live to 100. But in case we do, you got an out. You can leave.
Jay, I'm
You
surprised
can leave
I made
if
it. I'm surprised I made it this far.
What's this podcast when we're 70?
Right?
70? I can't drink or smoke weed anymore. My blood pressure's through the roof. I'm just fucking hunched over, and I'm like fucking J.J. Abrams.
I'm no longer with you. Let's be serious. With my health problems, it's just you two.
JJ, fucking, Jay tried to listen to They Might Be Giants again and ascended entirely.
It's at the point where we're in the retirement home and we're like,
Uh,
well, we have time. I'll watch this rotation on half speed. Because we have absolutely nothing else to do.
This has been Star Wars every week forever. Good night.
Forever.
Thank you with us being for a year. Forever.
1 year, baby, forever.
And never,
Forever.
ever, ever.
Forever. Forever.
Fuck.
Good night. Thank you for being with us.
Hello, all you beautiful people, and thank you very much for joining us on yet another week of Star Wars Every Week Forever. We upload every Wednesday around noon on various platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, TuneIn, and many others. If you have any friends, companions, people you would like to torture with our presence, feel free to send them our way. You know where to find us. If you would like to interact with the show and the various co-hosts, you can find us quite easily on Twitter at SWEWF. We check there very regularly, so it's easy to get a hold of us. And I hope all of you wonderful people have a glorious rest of your day. Until next we meet, may the Force be with you.